In 2023, worldwide layoff hit the companies. Over 262,000 employees affected, and 1.1K was tech companies. And more than two-thirds in US. We are in EU. 2024, the trend is continuing, and I'm going to talk about my journey, raising from ashes. It happened to me. And who am I? My name is Mohsen. A bit history about my career is that in 2006 I started software engineering, 2012 I started Android development, and 2017 I moved to Germany, to Berlin, and 2024 I got laid off for the first time. Some of you might already know me from my YouTube channel, but that's my YouTube channel, that's a QR code. I have some stickers here if you'd like to grab some. And I'm recording this also for my channel because some might not be here. Chapter 1, the fall. On May 29, HR sent me a nice invite that, hey, let's have a talk. And I said, okay, let's have a talk. Hopefully there's nothing happening. And they said very nicely that the company is running out of budget. We are laying off the whole mobile team, which was more than 7 people, if I'm not wrong. So iOS, Android, product manager, team lead, tech lead, anyone. And initial impact, I was shocked. That was obvious. I was in denial mode. I could not accept that. Why me? Well, I was doing nice. The project was moving nice. We were having a nice customer, and they were paying us a lot. Then I was angry for sure, cursing to everyone who laid us off. And let's be nice and skip this one. And then the acceptance phase, which is really hard. What was going on in my head? Anxiety for sure, worrying about the future, because when you by yourself decide to move from a company, you spend some time, you prepare yourself, you take some time to check in the market, but when this thing hits you right in your face, then you're done. And depression. Somehow, first few days was kind of end of the world for me. I was wondering, okay, what's gonna happen? At the same time, I hope no one of you somehow experienced all the things that I'm saying, but this may happen to you. So you will start lack of self-confidence, and you don't know if something is wrong with you or something is wrong with the company, or can you find another job soon or not, and then I even start thinking about switching my career to some other software field, like backend. We do Kotlin. Why not? iOS? Flutter? No, okay. But why not a job far away from tech, like delivering parcel for DHL? These are things that are happening in your mind when something like this happens. Everything try to collapse one after another. I guess you have seen Inside Out. You know what does collapse mean in your mind. Okay, let's raise step by step. First, building resilience. How did I cope with it? Same day it was a Berlindroid event here. So I quickly just ran out of the house, stopped thinking about the situation, and just attended this event. It was very nice because seeing familiar faces here, talking with them about your situation, it really eases you down. And I needed some time to digest it. You could not solve everything on the first day or first week or even first month, so you have to give yourself time and go on and move forward. And all those emotions you have to try to process them. And the most important part, talk about it. I talked with my family. They were really supportive. Talked with my friends, my ex-colleagues, my teammates, and community. I got very, very nice support from the community, from my LinkedIn profile, from those who I met here, those who I met at DroidCon Berlin. So keep your community active. And yeah, that's the hard part. So I also reviewed my financial situation because you don't have a salary. You want to know how much runway you have and how you can survive and how much time you have to find a new job. And this is for the EU people and German people. I don't know if how it works in US or other continental countries. So as soon as you got this notification, just apply for Job Center because they cannot support you to find a job. That's what exactly they told me. Okay, you are some expert, you have to go and find your job. But they can support you financially. It's not too much, but at least it covers your TECA or insurance and things like that that you may have to pay by yourself when you're not getting paid by some employee. And yeah, I also, the thing is you find lots of free time. So you have to find something to play with. I was attending this German course, which really helped me a lot. During the day, in the morning, I was really busy with this one. I also started playing around with my pet project. We will reach to that point. Yeah, that's the fun thing. Okay, let's move to confidence toward being an Android developer. So it's really important. I tried to sleep well. It really helped me to digest and get rid of all those bad feelings and get to a better mood. Yeah, for a while, I even was not checking my phone. I think for 1 or 2 weeks, I was just step away from keyboard, didn't touch anything, didn't code anything, and yeah, engaged in activities that I liked, including my family, because my previous job was very intense and I didn't have much time to play with my kid or take him out or something like that. So all this helped me to get back to life, normal life, reach my close friend, talk with them, spend time with them, and slowly you can see things are changing. I give myself time to check the market, evaluate the market, what's happening. Everyone is saying that, okay, market is down, no one is hiring, but is it real? How does it work? And yeah, that's the hardest part. So when you are working somewhere for 2 years on some SDK, for example, everything and all your knowledge is somehow limited to that part. You see the topics, you see the tweets, you see the, I don't know, you go to Meetup and see someone talking about something fancy, but as long as you do not use it, it's useless. You can just easily forget it, or you cannot answer the interview question around it. And one big thing that I missed was Compose, because working on an SDK, you don't want to do Compose, you're doing normal UI. And Compose was way ahead of me. And yeah, that's also very important, because the story is that I was working for a US company. US companies pay very well, so you have to also evaluate how much you have to lose to back to EU market, because you're not going to have this chance to find this situation every time, in every hiring. This was the easy part, so I updated my CV and post on LinkedIn, seeking some feedback from people who are checking the CVs, and yeah, you can see I'm getting back to code. I missed my job, so I started checking my pet project. I have some in GitHub, and I start updating them. I start adding Jetpack Compose to the UI. Why not? Let's see how it works. And yeah, chapter 3 starts. I'm raising. I start doing job hunt. Some of you are already in this process. Some of you maybe had this before, but yeah, when you get somehow rejected by a company, you may also want to reassess your career goals and skills and what you're looking for. I was still looking for Android, but anyway, that, for example, backend idea is not a bad idea. So if you're doing Kotlin, you want to switch, maybe think about switching. But yeah, start searching LinkedIn, Glassdoor. I couldn't find any other platform that has this much job opportunity, and companies are usually using these platforms. And yeah, I start deducting my Android knowledge. It was the hardest part, kind of, because, as I said, you may not use the stuff. And yeah, Market Train, Compose UI, and networking again. This thing is gonna hit you multiple times in this presentation because it really helps a lot. So when you have friends, when you have people working in a company, you can easily approach them and ask them, hey, are you hiring? What's the situation? And yeah, I was lucky. July 2024, DroidCon Berlin was happening. Berlindroid Meetups, I think I was here for 2 meetups until I get something. And power of referral. Something funny happened. Okay, LinkedIn, a job opened, and in 1 hour plus 100 people applied for that position. And I was like, okay, where did all this senior Android developer came from? Let's say, okay, 90% are just applying just to apply and try their chance, but still 10% are there. And put yourself in the shoes of recruiter who's going to read all those CVs. So as a recruiter, you need a referral. Someone comes and say, hey, this is my friend, can you check his CV? And you suddenly get a big leverage. Your CV comes to the top of the folder, and you get your chance more. Yeah, online presence. Almost every week on Monday morning, I was reposting my CV on LinkedIn, saying that, hey guys, I'm looking for a job with some hashtag. And it was getting lots of attention because friends were sharing, people was commenting, and it was going up, and people was reaching me through this posts. And yeah, let's get to the interview. It's getting harder and harder, but at the same time, you can see I'm rising. Preparation process. It's really hard, but you have to stay positive. Android APIs are changing all the time, and you can easily forget things. Technical interviews are stressful, even for me after all these working in Android. I don't know. My mind goes blank at some point, and you cannot think of anything. So it's very, very normal. You just have to practice. Even when you do not do interview for a time, then you forget that skills, that how to make work, how to connect the stuff to each other, how to promote yourself. So that practice really helps a lot to me. And yeah, AI is here. So funnily, I did lots of mock interviews with AI. I was saying, hey, AI, I usually use Copilot. I have this interview with this company. Suggest me 20 questions with 20 answers. And to be honest, I was getting the best questions and best answers that I was just somehow trying to memorize, try to connect them with my previous experience, previous company, previous job, and try to make something similar to make the interviewer happy and interested. Yeah, both technical and soft skill. And something else that helped me was my ex-colleagues. I reached them and said, hey guys, I'm going to have an interview, so it would be nice if you somehow mark some interview with me, just look like some stranger and start asking me. And it was my very first interview with one of my friends who asked me very, very simple question that I could not answer. And then I really specified which section I'm missing, what knowledge I'm missing. And yeah. This one I've never done before, but I found a channel. I will share the link here. It's a very nice place that they do mock interviews about mobile app system design. This is something that you may do normally at your work, but you cannot put them in a nice word, or you don't know how to structure your thought and things like that. They really help a lot. I suggest just take a look. They have a web page, they have this YouTube channel, and I'm not sure if right now they're doing it anymore or not, but there are enough content there. For example, they say, okay, an interviewer asks you to implement LinkedIn, and then what you should ask, how you should create the big picture and things like that. So it really helps you to again, prepare for interview, because you may not get a system design interview, but this knowledge can also help you with other interviews, other technical interviews. And yeah, some time ago I created this Android interview question repo. I had time to also update it. This is my repo. It has lots of questions inside. You can also check if you're interested. There are other repos here and there, but okay, that's mine. And yeah, it's getting harder. How do you handle rejection? It's normal. You get rejected. You go to an interview. You think everything was nice, but someone just write to that, hey, we decided not to continue with you. You're very nice, but we don't like you in a very nice way. Yeah, again, you have to process the emotion. One thing is that try to seek for feedback. I only got from one company, which luckily the feedback was that, okay, it was very detailed and very nice, but they said, okay, it wasn't your fault, and this and that and that. And stay objective. It's a bit thing that maybe it's not your fault. You did everything great, someone was ahead of you. Or someone had a very better referral than you, or things like that. So this should help you to stay positive and say, okay, interviews are objective, and maybe in that day you were not prepared for something or some reason. So start to ease yourself down and process your emotion, as I said, and use those knowledge to improve yourself. So every interview is somehow like a class for you to learn more things that you don't know, learn what you should say and how you should say it, and be prepared for what they're going to ask, and again, stay positive. And keep applying. This is something that I missed somehow. When I was going to move to Germany, when I got an interview and I got engaged with the company, I was stopping applying, waiting for that company to reply. But that's a very, very big mistake, because what if you get rejected? So you should not stop. You should apply if there's any situation, if there's any interview, just move forward. Try to move them in parallel. Create a document, because I had this problem that I was mixing them up and I didn't know which one is in which step, and who did I talk with, and what are the steps, what is the job description. So create a document for you, write everything down, create links, and it really helps with you to understand what's happening. And this is the result of my document. In 2 months, I applied for 36 applications. 15 rejected right away without any interview, any talk. Maybe I was late in the process. This is very interesting. 13 ghosted, and still no answer yet. So in the next slide, I have my assumption about them. But yeah, 8 initial interview. 2 I declined. 1 was a bit late in my process. I already got some offer. I didn't want to start a new one. The other one was that it was on site, so I didn't want to go to office. But my personal preferences. And 6 technical interview. 3 got no offer. 1 ghosted again because they decided to change their team or something like that. Later I heard from them. And I got 2 offers, and 1 I rejected, the other one I picked, and I'm at Volt. I'm really happy, and I like the company, to be honest. And I'm very happy that this happened to me. Let's move forward. And my observation after having this chart. In post-COVID, the market was very down. So there were layoffs happening and no one was hiring. But now the market is going up again. You see lots of jobs posted here and there. People are still searching for employees who are good, and you have more chance. So we are lucky that this bad time has passed. And that's a bit funny. Some companies just keep posting jobs because they want to be visible in the market. They want to look for big fish and big name and try to have some people in their backlog. If someone somehow decides to leave the company, they hire them right away. And another thing was my personal experience with recruiters. They just noise and spams. They call you, they send you email, you say, hey, I don't like it. They send another email. You say, okay, it doesn't work for me. It's in Hamburg, they want me on site. I send again and said, okay, are you sure you don't want to move to Hamburg? I said, yeah, no, I said already. So they never helped me. Not before, not this time. So your call, you can try them. But in looking for some position like senior Android developer or senior software engineer, I don't think they're going to help that much. It's your job to find the company you're looking for. And yeah, LinkedIn has more jobs than Glassdoor, at least in EU. I'm sure in US there are other platforms that has more jobs. But, and this one hits also into my face. I know German in A2, A2. But knowing German in B2 level opens up unique opportunity. There are lots of positions that they are looking for German-speaking people. So if you apply for them, they say, okay, you don't know how to speak German, it's not going to work for us because all the managers are speaking German and things like that. This really helps you to get more opportunity. And I'm almost at the end. Bear with me. Key learning point. Even after years of experience, losing job and interview is really stressful. I didn't expect myself to break down so easily at the very beginning. And let's be honest, I really was stressful and I didn't know what's going to happen. When you have a family and you're not single, then you think about, okay, next month, who's going to pay for the bills, who's going to pay for the kita, and more and more and more. So, yeah. Again, stay positive and remember that this is a temporary situation. You're going to pass it. And pet project really helped me a lot and also prepared me for the interview. And while I was not interviewing, I was just coding because I was missing my job. And seek for support. Don't afraid to talk with people. You didn't kill someone. The company somehow said, okay, we don't want you. So people are really supportive in this community. And increase your network and communication again, connection again. This is in your face again. So after this talk, please stand up, shake hands, talk with each other, start to understand where they are working and how you can help each other in the next time. Maybe you see each other in an interview later. And referral, again, comes from the communication and network, and yeah, upskill and reskill and stay competitive. That's something that you get from these talks and technical talks and DroidCon, and we are all in it together. So support each other and be nice to each other. I think Android community is very nice to each other. You don't need this sentence, but anyway, that's it. I shared my stories. Now share yours and ask questions if you have any.